Hello everyone, I'm Chad Miller and welcome to Toy Geek Maniac from the Vaults. In this episode we are going over the rainbow. So for a bit of backstory, years ago I used to work at a Goodwill store and naturally it deals with donations, and we had I forgot what they called it. A section that was basically dealt with antiques, basically. So it was specially marked items for a specific crowd, let's say. So it wasn't your typical run-of-the-mill thrift store kind of stuff. I mean, it was still cheaper stuff, or priced cheaper, but it was catered more toward people who were into collecting and things like that. So as an employee there, we weren't privy to those items unless they'd been on the shelf for at least 24 hours and they were sticker dated, so that, we knew, and that kind of thing. And so there were some dolls that came up from The Wizard of Oz, and I think that the whole collection wasn't there. There was, I think, 4 of them that were available, and basically because of the price that they were marked at, I really only cared to have one, and that one was clearly Dorothy Gale. You had to have Dorothy. Now, she did have the original box. The insert in the box wasn't available, so it was just bare cardboard. So there was no backing artwork, or anything like that. The box wasn't in very good shape at all. However, the doll looked fairly complete and came with all the accessories that you would think that she would come with. So I thought, okay, it's a heck of a good deal, I'm a toy collector, why not, So let's go ahead and take a look at Dorothy, and then I'll get into some more specifics after that. Alright, so here is Dorothy Gale as portrayed by the legendary Judy Garland. I don't really find so much of a resemblance to Judy. You can kind of see some hints there. But, I mean, it's iconic regardless. The costume is genuine, a little bit over embellished with the buttons, I think, right there. The pigtails are a little bit uneven. But for the time when this came out in 1989, it was the 50th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz. So that places this doll at 33 years old. Yes, that's crazy to me. So weird. But yeah, so we're gonna take a look at her. She's got the rooted hair with the braided pigtails and bows. She has a turnable head. A little bit of a look down. You can give her a little bit of a look up. Her arms do give a bit of a lateral lift. There's no articulation in the elbows, which was standard at the time for any doll, actually. Turnable waist, which actually has a tilt to it, which I'll kind of show you when we get around to the back side of the doll. There is a bend in the knee. The legs do extend out front and back. No lateral lift, that was just not a thing at the time. And then she has her blue socks and the ruby slippers. Now, do I think the ruby slippers could have been a bit jazzier? Yes, absolutely. But the fact that she still has them in that condition is pretty awesome. She also comes with a basket that includes Toto, and Toto is removable. You can place Toto in the basket as such, or have Toto sitting up like so. And very plastic, like squeezy plastic. Like I almost expect like a little squeak when I squeeze them. But that is the accessory that comes with Dorothy there. And you can place the basket on her arm. I kind of wish that there was a bend in the elbow so it didn't look so awkward for her to hold the basket, but it still works out nicely. So, going into the backside of the doll, there are a few issues. There's a snap up here that is still intact. The snap in the back is still there, but it doesn't seem to want to attach. And then we're gonna take a look. She has pink underwear, frilly underwear. Sorry, Judy, for exposing you like this, but obviously we don't know what sort of undergarments that Dorothy Gale wore, but that's what they chose to go with. Then that's what they chose to go with. But yeah, the lower snap doesn't fasten anymore, which would be kind of nice because it would kind of like cinch the waist a little bit nicer. So I might super glue it. I don't know. We'll have to see. Other than that, there is a little bit of marking right here on the leg, and there is a bit of a stain on her sock. Where did I see that? Oh, yes, right there. Now, the big mystery about this is who made it. I did a whole bunch of research today, and I was trying to figure out what toy manufacturer came up with this, or who MGM decided to release this 50th anniversary edition of dolls for The Wizard of Oz. And there has been nothing that has come up as far as any information aside the fact that it was made in China, and that the MGM brand was attached to it. So I don't know if I just have to dig a little bit further. Do I care to? And maybe, I don't know. If any of you out there have information as far as like who manufactured this select line of dolls, please provide some information. I mean, I'll eventually dig and try to find out, but it's not that much of an importance to me. I do think I am gonna cinch the waist, just because I think it's better representation. I've had this doll now for roughly, 7 years, probably. And she's proudly displayed on my shelf of fashion dolls that I have up there, and will continue to remain so. I've toyed around with the idea of undoing her braids and giving her the look that she has toward the end of the movie, just because I prefer that version of her. But I mean, this is the most iconic look of Dorothy, because it's how she looks at the beginning of the movie. But then again, you know, I don't plan on reselling this or anything like that, so, but if I undo the braids, just seeing how, like, crisp the ends of her hair are, they're not, like, remotely, like, curly or anything like that, I don't think that look would be passable, although I would like that. So I think I'm just gonna leave her as is. I won't try to tinker with it. I haven't ever removed the ruby slippers. That would be blasphemous. So yeah. So that is the doll that I have of Dorothy Gale, the 50th anniversary edition of Dorothy, from The Wizard of Oz, manufactured by who knows where other than MGM at this point. So that is going to do it for this episode of Toy Geek Maniac from the vaults. And as I said, if you have any information about this line, leave some comments. Let me know any information that you can. I haven't tried to look up any other dolls just yet to see if I want to continue to build on this. I'm perfectly content with just having Dorothy. Maybe, if anything, the Wicked Witch of the West. It's up for debate. So, thank you for watching. I certainly appreciate it. Love and light to you all.